Welcome back to my channel for tech career, data, and machine learning. So in today's video, we're going to go over a generic idea, 5 ideas of how to transform your current job to land your dream job. The first way, that's the most straightforward way, and when you don't have any experience and when you don't have any degree, like for your undergrad degree, maybe you didn't study anything that's related to that, and you feel like there's a huge gap between what you're currently doing and your job that you're interested in, then the most straightforward way would be getting a master's degree, or very high cost, and you have to spend master's would be like 2 years of your life, dedicated full time into this, which not a lot of people can afford that, and also the cost of the tuition is also very high. So I'm going to cover the other 4 ideas that actually will be more lower cost, and also can still land you the job that you want. So the second one I want to talk about is to propose new business projects that is kind of relevant to what you're currently doing, but the business has never requested anything related to these fields, because it's not really something that they think about. But if you put yourself in the business perspective, or from a business people's shoes, then you can think of more interesting projects that will utilize a little bit of your current skill, and how you have to learn something new. For example, like you have never done A/B tests and you really want to do A/B tests, but instead of just straight up saying I'm really interested in doing some A/B tests and for anything, which is, most people are gonna be like, well, we're not gonna just work on whatever you want to do. It's more about, how would this change the business, or how would this change have an impact on the business. So you got to propose projects are related, that's really relevant to what a business is interested in, and that that these projects can also help you to learn something new or build the skill sets that you actually want. And all you need to do is, be more observant about your surroundings, and think about, from a business perspective, what's the most impact you can make from your role. And the 3 ideas, and like these are like basic ideas of what you can do, are like, maybe understanding why users are churning, and you can do this with like a more simple machine learning algorithm, and also build some feature importance model, and to just understand what's causing a user to churn. And so this is a good practice of just starting out, how can I build machine learning model that's more relevant to the business that business is interested in, but it's also helping me to get more skill sets. And then the second idea is that if the product or marketing campaign, they build new campaigns, or they created new functions, you should mention to your business that you think that's a good idea to perform some sort of A/B test to make sure that the functions that we're building are increasing the value of the product, and that the whole point is to make sure that these products, these features that we're adding in, are actually helping users with their either the user flow, or either with their engagement to the product. And so that would be a great way of proposing like an A/B test to your business stakeholder, or a difference in difference test, or some other different statistical tests that you're interested in, that will help understand user engagement. And then the third one is that if you really like coding, if you're really interested in just doing a lot more coding than just looking at data, then you can propose. I'm sure a lot of business stakeholders, they always have tasks that are super manual, and that they spend like 2 hours a week every week to do these manual tasks. And so if you see opportunity where you can help automating this whole process with your coding skill, like maybe some Python or JavaScript, that can help with that, then you should definitely propose this. The reason of why automation can really help the business is because if these business people are spending 2 hours a week trying to do these manual tasks in Excel, or in like just like clicking around on certain software, and it's like a very manual work, then your automation is actually saving 2 hours a week for that person. And imagine the company's paying this person's salary, you're saving 2 hours of this person's salary, and also they can, they're able to go and do more impactful strategy or do more work that will be more impactful to a business instead of like spending time doing these manual work, right? So these are three general ideas that I have to, how to propose new business ideas. But if you have any other idea that you think, that's also very useful, please leave a comment below to share with your ideas of how do we propose new business projects to help us, progress in our career. So the third one I'll talk about is transferable skills. So I usually like to look at, LinkedIn job posts, like the next job I really want, and then comparing myself with, the qualifications and job description, and then the gap between me and the job I want. And like what I said earlier, you can propose new project, new business projects that can enhance your skill sets and also to gain experience to put on your resume to bridge the gap. But you can also, like, the other thing is that you can really highlight like what your advantage is when you're trying to go from a less technical job to a more technical job, that your less technical job is focusing more on a business sense, and you want to highlight like why is it so important to have, to like, because the technical job is like something you can learn, kind of like technical skills is something you can learn on your own. But like this business sense is very high, very also very like valuable skills when it goes to like a technical job, because you don't want to be some sort of software engineer that doesn't understand the business like at all and then only knows how to code, right? So you want to highlight your advantage and highlight, what you can do. And the other thing is like organization skills that are, very pretty universal across all the jobs, because we always have to multitask. We always have so many, tickets on our queue, and how do we prioritize and how do we, make sure that we meet the deadline is all, very organization skills that you need. And then also like analytical skill, like being able to, make sense of just like generic data is also very important across a lot of different jobs. Like not just the marketing, not just a marketing manager, like it goes all the way to like product management. They should also have basic sense of like how the data should be, or having like very sensitive to the numbers and data is also very important, having an analytical skill. So I'm going to talk about my friend's example. I'm just going to name her Peach in this case. So she graduated from college and she got a job as an account manager for like 2 years, and she was really into the job. And she has to use all these software that's built by the company. So like these are like enterprise financial softwares, so that the account managers can, use this software and like enter data or enter the based on account information. And so she was so, she was like, very analytical and very observant of like this software they're using. And then she, like, after 2 years, she like, since she has the most knowledge about the software that they're using, she became the product manager. That's, that ended up being she ended up being, like planning for roadmaps of like how this software should look like, because she was an end user of this product. And so this is like a very inspiring story of, how she went from account management, which seemed like a no technical skill sets whatsoever, all the way to like an enterprise software product manager. And I think that it's very inspiring, and also I want to share with you all. Fourth idea is that you can automate your tasks. The reason why I say that is because, when you like, sure, you can propose new projects, you're looking at transferable skills and trying to bridge the gap between your experience and the job that you really want, the experience that they really need. But you might not have the time to actually, do these projects, or do like to even develop these skills at your job to do it. So the easiest way is to just automate your current job. So if you have a job that has a lot of manual tasks, and the best way would be automating it, because that'll free up a lot of your time, so that you can work on more interesting project yourself. So the last one I want to talk about is volunteer yourself. So you got to be very observant of your surroundings, and also, who are these other, analysts or data scientists or anyone that you work with as a cross-functional team, like what are they working on, and so you can volunteer yourself to help them with their problem, with their job. And that's the way of gaining your experience into, the job that you really want to. So for example, if you want to be a data scientist and you want to do machine learning but you have no experience and you don't know how to at all, the best idea would be like, partnering up. So usually data scientists and data analysts are like within the same big organization, and so if you can observe or see what the data scientists are working on and volunteer yourself to help them either write queries to gather features, or just doing like data cleanup. I know it's like really shitty work, but what they can give you is all of the things they have learned in the past from their PhD or from their past job experience, and they can teach you or train you of like how do you think of like building these machine learning models, or why they chose a specific model that they chose. And those are very good experience for you, and also to just get yourself have into a door of like understanding how these things work. And the easiest way would just be partnering up with the data scientist. And the other idea is like from for product areas that a lot of product management or managers needs a lot of the data insights to help them make product decisions. And so if you're from an analyst background, you really want to get into product management, then you can highlight the analytical skill that you have that can really help drive a lot of the decision making in the product. But also in your current role, you can volunteer yourself to look into more, instead of just finish like getting what the product managers are asking for. You can give them more deeper insights into what you think will help build a make a product way better, and like giving them like a more report. So you're essentially kind of doing their job, but the thing is that you can use this as your experience. Say that you can show off this project that you did for your product manager to your next employer and say, this is what I have done. And I think that that's a very valuable skill to have an analytical skill in the product management background. So thank you for watching my video. If you want to learn more about data, machine learning, and just tech career in general, please subscribe to learn more about those. And also, if you think this video has been useful to you, please make a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video.